Hello, this tutorial is for those of you who are wanting to upload your combine data to FARMserver so that you can find useful purposes for it, such as dissecting the data and different things like that. And so today's tutorial is just simply to show what we need to do to upload this combine data. It's very much the same as planting data. You'd follow the same process, and this is a new version of FARMserver. It was updated this last late summer, early fall. And at this point, we're just going to dive right in. We have the flash drive that's been pulled from the combine display and has been put into, plugged into a USB port on the computer. And we're going to go in here. You can see here, right here is where my mouse is moving around. This is the iExpand top is what we're calling this drive, and we're going inside it here, and we can see a list of the data files that came from the yield monitor. And this one is for a Case IH combine, but it works very much the same for anything. There might be slight differences, such as on the John Deere, you simply copy the full folder and zip it, or like on an ag leader file, you look for the ag data file and it would zip it. In the case of this particular folder, it's had multiple different combines on it, probably looks like to me. And so typically on a case combine, you would see only one .cn1 file, and that's how you would want that folder set up. But just for today's purposes, we're just simply going to pretend that this very top one that's highlighted is the only file on here. And what I like to do is copy it and take it over into the download section. And here we will paste this item. And on a Mac computer, which I'm using, we would right click and hit compress. On a Windows computer, you will right click and hit send to compress file. We're accomplishing the same thing, as we are basically zipping this file, and you see right below it now we have a .zip file. This is important because if we upload just this raw open folder, FARMserver will not recognize it. It will show us an error. We have to upload a .zip file. And now we're ready to go to the FARMserver part, and which we're in here now, and we go over here on this left column, if you'll follow my mouse over here, and we click on farm data. If you're doing this from a computer, this is not, by the way, you can do this from your phone. It is very possible to do it in the cab from the FARMserver app. Now, but where this here today's tutorial is as if you have come in with all your harvest is finished and you're ready to upload to your computer to work with it. And so we're going to do it like we're doing it from a computer. Anyway, here's the upload button. Hit upload data, and we can select soil test or monitor data. In this case, we're doing monitor data. We can also check this box right here. It says if field boundary data is in the uploaded file, automatically create new boundaries where fields do not yet exist. So if you have not yet been setting up your farm, and this is a new either new boundaries, new fields you're farming, or you're just getting all your farm operation onto FARMserver, this is a very easy way to have boundaries created around that existing data file for you. If you have the field boundaries already there and you're not interested in it, you would not check it. We can just check it for fun. We're going to hit select data file. And here we come back and we find in our download section, we find this .zip file that we did earlier. We hit open, and now it's uploading. At this point, there's nothing more to do. There are some other steps further what we can go into after this here has finished uploading, and it also has to process. When that is finished, we may need to come back to this and click this tab right here that says to unmanaged. This here will tell you how many unmanaged files that you have, and it will give you the edit button over here on the right hand side with this little pencil and allow you to go in and work with these data files. And so for example, I don't know what this one even is, but gives you an example of what you're doing here. And so it's just showing you different, the data file that you have, and it's saying, oh, we don't have a boundary here. And we can now select CLUs, draw boundaries around this data file, and create this field, which in this case, we're not going to do that today, but this is where you need to come back to after the data has had a chance to process. And you can check that here in the uploaded tab. In here, it's just saying it failed. So it said there was no data that it contained that was useful. But had it done it, it would say this next one down, it would say 8 of 8 GPS files stored and sent to field matching process. This is where you go to check and see if the data has failed, if it's available, and then you go over and you check this tab to find the fields that are not yet managed and are not yet in your fields list. You can come over here on the far left tab underneath farm data and click processed. This tells you all the data that has been processed and that it is in its right place. It has a harvest date, and if we had planting dates showing up, they'd be showing up here as well. So this is just basically like here in 2019, we have a more complete set in this grower profile. Here we can see, we have harvest data, the different harvest data showing up. We have the planting data showing up. We might even have application data showing up if we have like a sprayer pass or things like that. So that's how we upload farm data to FARMserver. We check on it in our uploaded tab, and then we can go to the unmanaged tab. Here now we have quite a few lists here that's unmanaged. You notice here the year. Make sure you're in the correct year. It will follow the date of your application, planting, or harvest and put it in that season. But when you're managing it, you're looking for it, just make sure you have the correct year showing. Otherwise, you might be managing the wrong thing or not being able to find the data. Anyway, I just wanted to go over that. This here might be helpful for you uploading and making sure you're getting all your files processed and getting everything into the right field so you don't have data that is missing when you go forward here to planning next year. Thank you for watching.